in an effort to make Bengaluru streets litter-free. The city's civic body, the Bengaluru Solid Waste Management Limited or BSWML, launched an unusual initiative called Kasa Suriyuva Habba or the Garbage Dumping Festival. Under this drive, officials from BSWML traced households and commercial establishments who illegally dumped waste to dump it back at their own doorsteps. Well, it's like something like tit-for-tat. According to BSWML Chief Executive Officer Karigowda, not only more than 218 households across the city were identified for illegally dumping waste on day one, the agency also collected 2.8 lakhs in fines from offenders who were penalized between 500 and 5,000 rupees. The civic body also incentivized citizens by asking them to upload videos of offenders and get paid 250 rupees. Let me mention here that there was mixed response to this entire initiative. While some were elated that at last efforts were being made to penalize habitual offenders, others rued over the fact that dumping garbage was not the solution to the problem at all. Now, there has been legal opposition to the drive as some advocates in the city say that dumping garbage at the doorsteps of citizens who litter is not legal. Their arguments being that, first of all, there is no provision for such measures in any of the municipal governance acts. Second, if those who litter can be charged and an FIR registered, then the same applies to authorities also dumping garbage at people's doorsteps. Third, highlighting how this dumping of garbage is futile, the argument they offer is that cleaning out that piled up garbage puts added burden on sanitation workers. Furthermore, there is also a basic question being asked that being that neither the GWA or BSWML are reformist organizations and are meant to figure other methods than littering to solve the problem. What began as a reformist exercise seems to have run into hot waters. Let's debate. Satya Prakash, who stayed with us, who is the Vice Chairperson and spokesperson for the KPCC. Thank you, Satya Prakash ji, for staying on for this debate as well. Vasanth Adithya, advocate, Karnataka High Court, is also joined us. A very warm welcome to both of you. Vasanth Adithya, I want to start with you. It's illegal, isn't it? Dumping of garbage.
It is highly illegal. There is no provision in any of the statutes of the Karnataka statutes or any central act to have any such activity like this. I think the government should be responsible and it should set a standard. And this is a tit-for-tat activity. The act itself is it's a show of tokenism rather than having sensitization programs, rather than having having more budget allocated for staff to collect the waste and to have any kind of program. The government should focus on those aspects rather than a tokenism method of collecting the garbage and dumping it back to the people.
You know, Vasanth, first you say there is no statute in the municipal law for this to happen. So that itself puts a big question mark against it. Secondly, the other thing is, let me come back to you. Satya is waiting. So, Satya, hi. What your first opening comments about it's illegal, you can't do this. And here Vasanth Adithya, who's an advocate of the Karnataka High Court, says very clearly, show us the statute. There is none like that.
I have not gone into the act like my friend who is a legal expert has gone into. But one thing I am sure that there would be some laws wherein as a proactive measure, the concerned corporation can do some activity to sensitize people on cleaning up the city. It may not be, putting the garbage there. Let us take it in the positive way that, the civic authority started something. If you all really feel, and as my friend who happens to be a High Court advocate also said, there is no statute, they will correct themselves, as simple as that. But they have done something, it is an initiative. Whether it is right or no, there is always course correction can happen. Right now, what can we do? They will stop pushing garbage in front of the houses. Since the Paurakarmikas again have to go and clean up that mess, why put additional effort?
That's what they are also saying, Satya. That's what they are also saying, Satya. Why do you put additional effort, more work for the Paurakarmikas? And also, Satya, if people dumped garbage in front of my house and then someone also took a video, You can't say it's okay, it's not okay.
That's-
If it's a legal breach, it is not. It's about my dignity. Vasanth Adithya, it's about my
Exactly.
dignity. It's
Exactly. It
about
is
who I
dignity.
am. It's
And
about my
also,
identity. You
and
are making
also,
it public. Vasanth
yes,
Adithya, what about the
you are defaming the
defamation?
person. If it's a defamation, in case if there is a violation, you can have the mask like the marshals that you had in
Yeah.
COVID 2019. You can have the marshals fine them. You can collect the fines from them. You can impose a fine on them. Rather than that, now what is happening is the Paura Karmikas also, if I'm right, the Paura Karmikas also was granted permanent employment with the BPMP after a long legal battle. After that, they got their permanent employment. Even now, they are facing a lot of pressure from different kinds of upward people from the system, and it is building up. I
See,
understand that it is a good method, but the entire
No,
thing
no,
is
it's
illegal.
it's not a the method is the problem, Vasanth Adithya.
Yes, the method is the
Method
problem.
is the problem.
Method is the problem.
It is
The
so.
method is the
What
problem.
kind of a thing is this? It's like, you beat me, I'll beat you back. That's
See,
not the way.
That is
Vasanth,
wrong. And it is
Satya,
the
come in. No, let
government-
Satyaji speak.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I'll come back to you, Aditya.
yeah. See, Vasanth, with due regards to him, Sudha and me, we are outside the system. Those officials, those engineers, those supervisors are inside the system. They felt this is the best method. They tried it. Now, if you are all saying dumping is not good, they will withdraw it. No need to be so much, accusing those officers. They tried something.
They are not supposed to try. I cannot try suddenly start dancing in red lights, no traffic lights.
You and I are not responsible. They are responsible for it.
They are wrong.
They have all the right to try
अरे
something.
तो गलत
They have
कर
all the
रहे
right.
हैं. Why don't
They
you
are
agree?
within the system. They are within the system. गलत कर रहा है बोल के we cannot push it. We don't know. I'm just accepting whatever he's saying. Tomorrow I will go back. I will find in the statutes. If I find in the statutes, in the Municipal Act or the Corporation Act, that yes, as a proactive measure, they can do some activity.
Vasant, come in
to
here,
teach-
Vasant.
State is
To
a
teach
welfare
civilians.
state. The state should be responsible and it should act as a responsible welfare state. What it should do is it should follow and abide by the rules that has been there, the statute that is there. What it can do is it can fine the people who are throwing the garbage. It should set an example.
They have done that also. They have collected huge amounts of fines.
You can have sensitization programs. You can have more budget for people. For example, there's no data pertaining to how many people are there, how many Paura Karmikas are there. There is no data pertaining to how many these tempo carriers are there or how many public bins are there.
Which area you live, my dear friend? Which area you live? You tell. Which area? Which
There
part
is
of
no
Bangalore you live?
public data available, sir. There is no public
No,
data.
which part of Bangalore you are living? You tell me. I'll come to your own example. Which area?
I am living in Bangalore North, but there is no. See, there is.
In that area.
We
Do
don't
people come
have a
regularly
proper
to
data,
collect
sir.
your wet
As a
waste and dry
common
waste?
citizen,
You tell me.
Let us assume how many Paura Karmikas are there in Bangalore city totally. Do we have a number, sir?
Sir, Vasanth Adithya, I want to focus on this particular topic which we are
Yes.
speaking about. First of all, there is no statute in the municipal law.
Correct.
Number two is also, which is that they are not reformist organizations.
Yes.
You are not police to hold my hand and say I'll put handcuffs because you've been, beating someone else. Or if I spit on the road to say, hey, I will fine you. Or if they catch me smoking on in public places.
No, you cannot litter public properties.
No, you can't. No,
And
then
it
how
is a
come?
job
That
of
is
the
what.
youth. It's a
Good,
job of-
Satya.
Yeah, yeah.
This is where I wanted.
BBMP.
Fine. Then how come these men are littering?
I will
Satya,
go
Vasant.
back.
Vasant.
I will go back and find out if what Vasant telling is right.
Yeah, sir.
If
Satya,
Vasant
sir.
might not be telling right,
Littering
I will
is
go back
fine.
and check and come back.
Littering is punishable. It's penalized.
Yeah,
Similarly,
littering
when
is punishable,
authorities
so be it.
are putting garbage in front of my house, if I live in North Bengaluru and I've been littering,
That is a
Vasant
campaign. It is a
Adithya, Vasant Adithya, isn't that also, can't an FIR be registered against
Yes,
them?
it is exactly. What the authorities do, they can, similarly, it is a crime. It is a crime of public nuisance, it's a crime of littering in the public place. So similarly, there is a thing. So the government what they can do is they can file an FIR or they can have a fine imposed as per the BNS. But apart from
Why
that,
should I don't understand one thing. I don't understand one thing.
This
Why should you
tit-for-tat
all
is
be on the
extremely
side of
obnoxious
those
and
who are
ridiculous.
littering public spaces, you tell me?
Yeah,
You
it is
should,
wrong.
you should be
I
on our
accept that.
behalf.
Littering
You
the
are
public
supporting
space
people. You are
is wrong.
supporting people who are littering the roads.
No, I
You are
am not
supporting people who are littering.
who are
Look at that
littering the
garbage there.
public
Look at that
places.
garbage there.
I'm only
Look at that
saying that
garbage.
the government's act of dumping back the garbage back to the houses is very silly, ridiculous, and obnoxious, and it is illegal. Instead, the government can sensitize the civilians to have better civic sense, have more budget for installing more bins, have more staff
No,
to collect the
no
garbage.
bins will be, see, BBMP has taken a decision that
Recently,
bins will not be the,
125
bins will
crores
not help.
was given to each of the corporations, sir. I think it was in the news as well. 125 crores was given to each of the corporation in the GBA. So there is adequate budget, and this budget can be utilized for having better staff.
Yeah,
to
the
have
thing is,
more,
Vasanth Adithya, these are all ideas which have been spoken
Correct.
about. We should
Correct.
talk
But
about
what they are
people
doing
who
is
are
completely
facing
illegal.
in Padmanabhanagar, other places where they are facing
I want
this.
to.
Satya, the thing is retribution, which is an eye for an eye, does not
Exactly.
work. You are the government,
See.
sir. You are supposed to reform us, but not through this.
Allow the government to do its job. We should always not poke our nose on day-to-day affairs. People in the system know how best to attend that. You and I will not know. We will not know, because I will tell you what has happened. Even if the marshal comes and asks them, don't throw a, they will tell. So please understand the plight of these marshals there. You don't know, you don't understand the pain. Now I'll ask you a simple question. The area where you live, is an open challenge to you, and you have to be true to your conscience. I am sure the autos will come on a daily basis. In spite of that, in your neighborhood, there will be 2 or 3 dumps like this near your park, near your playground.
Yes.
Who are
Yes.
those guys who are littering there? Who are those guys who are doing that? And why should those guys not be shamed? Why should those guys not be? You are siding with those guys who are repeated offenders and
Sir,
spoiling
let
the
me
image
very
of my
clear
city.
that I am not siding with the people who are littering. I am only telling that the act of the government dumping back garbage is as same as the person who is doing the littering. So what is the difference between the government and the person who is littering, sir? Isn't it?
Why do you feel so? Let them do their job for 6 months. Let us find out. Why are you keeping on, everything
To
what
Vasanth
are the
Adithya, why
government
don't you
do?
go to court
Ma'am,
then? Why
let
don't
the
you, if you
government-
feel, why don't you go to the court then? Approach the court. In case you feel that this is illegal, there is always a court.
Yes.
Approach it. If you feel that this is, overarching, rights of these organizations or outfits like BSWML or GW, there is always a court. Because I am very gobsmacked, because you said that it is illegal, you can't do it. And that is where my thing is, because we are constantly fighting for what is legal and what is illegal. So therefore I think this argument is that if you find that this is illegal.
What I suggest, Sudhaji, if it is illegal, as my friend is telling, he is a learned counsel, so I respect it.
Right.
If there are laws that they can't do that, the BBMP or the GBA will withdraw it, don't worry. But for a time being, look at those marshals, look at those enforcement agencies, look at the pain, look at their pain also, no? If we keep on, going there, and if we side with the perpetrators who are spoiling the
I
city,
feel bad for them also, but I feel bad for them because they are doing something which is counterproductive,
Yes.
poor things, and also it is illegal.